I wanted to figure out why people ground their teeth. And I thought at the time it was to prevent my restorations from breaking, because that's what I was taught. I was taught if you do rehabilitation, make them a night guard. If they wear the night guard, you're never going to have any problems. You'll just have an occasional tooth that bumps into one another and it'll be okay. But what I found in practice is completely different when we started evaluating it. So we got this information about airway, we got the information about bruxism, and it kept showing that there was a relationship there. But the more apnea they had, the less they would grind. And so it didn't, my mind was not being able to wrap around that whole concept because I'm thinking your airway would shut down and your body would just react by, "Arr," and then you would open your airway. And it kind of worked, but it didn't exactly work. And then I met a guy named Gerald Simmons down in Houston who's a sleep physician. And Simmons and a dentist, an oral facial pain guy named Ron Preen, they were doing a bunch of studies looking at bruxers, but they were doing the sleep studies differently than most people, where they were, instead of looking at apneic events, which is a complete obstruction of the airway, they were looking at changes in pressure gradient, which would mean it's way early in the process. The airway just starts to shut down. And what they found is that it wasn't so much the airway obstructing that caused the bruxing, it was that the airway begins to shut down and the body reacts to it.